ladies T-Birds just have to be watchers of my shit. My name is Jimmi Pynk. And as far as I could tell, I just got an episode with a lot of Black Thought, a lot of Method Man, a lot of Darlene. And do you know my ass fell asleep on half of it?
The ashtray right there. I'm about to smoke something in this motherfucker. That's crazy. I see that. I can hear I'm still hearing it again. That's why. Hey yo, I've been pimpin' since been pimpin'. Reinvention, I'm blasphemous to a new religion.
So, this is an abbreviated review of episode 5, season 1 of The Deuce. This is also day 8 of the Pink Ribbon Project, where I wear pink every day and do a review every day for 31 days to raise money for breast cancer. If you would like to assist me in raising that money, please donate to my Patreon. That is Patreon @Jimmi Pynk. And all of the new subscribers, as well as my existing ones, who they already know by now because they are the best and they've watched all of this shit. But all of the October proceeds, which will be the ones that will come off of your card and pay out November 1st, all of those proceeds are going to Susan G. Komen for the Cure of Northeast Ohio. And there will be a video early November. That's going to take a lot of editing because I'm going to have to black out like my account numbers and all that stuff. You will get a video proving that I did donate it. So anyway, let's get into the shit that I did see. I was going to wait to do the review, but I go back to work tomorrow for my Pink Ladies and my T-Birds. Y'all know what it is. And there's no way I'm waiting for 2 o'clock for this to roll back around. It's going to take me until 5 o'clock to edit and post it. That's too much like going to sleep. I mean, that's too much like when I'm at work. I'm not going to get enough sleep for work. So, let me talk about what I do know, and then maybe you guys could fill me in the comments. So, when I first started watching it at 9 o'clock, y'all know I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so I was a little tipsy after watching that game. If y'all watch football, that was a great game, by the way. But we start off and we see Darlene. Darlene has gone back home. And Darlene is telling the people down south that she's a model. Here's the mythos that all people in the country is dumb as hell. I love Darlene. I love the character of Darlene. But just based on what the character is supposed to be, y'all think she a model? You have to be a certain height, a certain build. Even if you're a plus size model, you have to be a certain size. This ain't the day of I'm an Instagram model. I'm a flat tummy T model. Back then, that was 5'10", 5'11", 110 pounds. There wasn't no plus size models or nothing like that. There were except no substitutes. Them bitches was Twiggy. Okay? Gia. If y'all ever seen the movie Gia. Girl, she ain't no damn model. She was better off saying actress. But anyway, and all her cousins and stuff, and then she trying to tell them how glorious it is. They had like a diner, and they basically don't want no parts of it. They don't care. They talking about what's going on in their own little nigga keep running Mississippi neighborhood. But the lady that is serving them is like, what's it really like in New York? Because I got to do something better than this. Now, that was the first time I fell asleep after that. When I woke back up to our gay bartender. And our gay bartender is watching gay porn, and he was getting topped off. And he gets arrested for solicitation. Oh, doesn't this shit always come full circle on The Deuce? That's why I love this series. Because every time I think it's a character, like, why is you even on the show? They bring it around. Everybody is in the sex trade in this goddamn movie. So, of course, he wasn't actually soliciting. But he gets arrested and he calls Vince. And, of course, Vince is the good guy. Or at least, Vince is one of the better people on the show. So, Vince goes and he takes his ass on and sends Big Mike down there to go bail him out. Cut to Candy. Candy is getting in with Luke Wheeler. I apologize. I do not know Luke Wheeler's name yet. They keep introducing characters to us, and usually when I review a show, unless it's one I'm very familiar with, I like to watch it a couple of times before I review it. I don't always have the luxury of that, and this show just introduces a lot of characters. So some people's names I pick up very quickly, and some people's I don't. We just gonna call him Luke Wheeler. For my girls out there that watch Nashville, that's Luke Wheeler. The guy that Candy. I'll put it to you like this: Candy's not dating him. Eileen is. So Eileen, as regular Eileen, not prostitute, is actually now dating this guy, and they have sex. She doesn't get him off, and she pops herself off. And listen, Zack Morris time out. Zack Morris time out. Oh, y'all thought I wasn't even on the abbreviated? I gotta do the Zack Morris timeouts because I got questions, and maybe y'all got answers. But men are fragile creatures. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade, no hot pink tea. But I can't imagine. Am I going to tell you that I haven't had sex with a fella and it wasn't satisfactory and I popped myself off to get off afterward? I have. But not just at random. Not just in front of them. Okay, one time I did do it right next to the bed with my now ex-dude, but he was drunk as hell and he had passed out after he came, so he don't have no idea that I fucking did it. But she just was like, Uchi Wally, pop that coochie, like, right in front of him. And I'm like, as a woman, especially as a hooker, like, this is where I'm confused at. Because I'm just like, especially because I missed a good chunk of the show. Do you do that? I feel like that's just like slapping them in the face. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not big on the fake orgasm and make you think you doing something you wasn't doing. I ain't doing all that. But I wouldn't just be like, yeah, you wasn't shit, let me get myself off right in front of you. Not unless you ask. Maybe that would get you off or turn you on. Like, let me watch you touch yourself. But just, let's just get it in right in front of him. And she into it too. She all rolling over on the side now. The reason why I say that is this. Oh, let's tie him back in. Because now I'm getting back to the plot. Is that because she has that hooker mentality that's something that she would think the John would want? Or is that something in her own mind where she's thinking, well, it's okay if I'm getting paid for it not to get off, but since I like this guy, I want to get off. Y'all comment below and let me know what y'all feel about that, because I'm really rather confused about that. And again, I didn't watch the whole episode, so maybe that's something you guys can fill me in on. Here's what I do know. Vince getting in league with these gangsters. Vince is going further and further down the rabbit hole, and I don't know if I like it. But it is now involving Vince into the sex trade. And foreshadowing. Do you remember? I believe it was Darlene that told him this when he had the girls at the Korean bar when they first was walking around the leotards like, you got some pimp in you. Well, apparently he does, and it's been seen because, oh boy, the gangster is now about to have Vince open a brothel. This is the spot. You're going to need to build rooms. You're going to need beds, blah, 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 etc. And Vince is with it. I apologize. Y'all keep seeing my foul rolls. There was no way I was putting on Spanx with a goddamn poncho on. I'm comfortable, damn it. I told y'all I just woke up. And Vince goes for it. Now, mind you, brother-in-law, we'll call him Red Foreman Light. He ain't making no money or whatever, what have you. I know he had the heart attack. That's probably something that was addressed in the slot that I missed. And he's going to do all the building, getting the rooms and stuff together. And he's doing that. Now let's get to Candy. So Candy gets beat the hell up. The guy's attempting, she thinks it's a trick, he's attempting to rob him, and she almost got away. Now, because of how brilliant this show was written, let me tell you how I think this is going to come into play. She goes to get him the money, she pepper sprays him, she was almost about to get out, but she locked the door on herself. In the meantime, because she locked the door on herself, she goes to unlock the door. She not fast enough. Dude get her, beats her ass. The reason why I say I think that is some type of foreshadowing is because when Red Foreman Light, the brother-in-law, was asking Vince, well, what does he want for the rooms before he actually went to work on it. One of the questions he asked, what does it need, a bar? Do you want this? Do you want this? And Vince is like, how the fuck should I know? One of the things he asked was, do you want locks on the door? Do you want them from the inside? So I feel like that's going to come back into fruition. That's going to be a mirror moment. That's going to be something that's foreshadowing. Which, of course, you know, Vince about to run a brothel. It ain't going to go smooth. Come on. So then we have Rodney, who is METHOD, man, Wu-Tang Forever. And he is now talking to Candy, and he's like, listen, I done seen you out here with your ass beat. That cover girl ain't covering that shit. I done seen you out here with your ass beat before. I done seen you out here with cast on. Like, come on, baby, you know I'm at you. You need pimping. And she cries a little bit. She cheers up a little bit. Rodney gives her a little bit of a browbeat. I'm like, what was wrong? Daddy was playing in your panties when you was little. This and this and this. Like, you so hasidic. Like, you look down on us. Blah, 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 etc. She cries a little bit, but then she moves on. And eventually, at the end, she runs back into Dewey Cox's manager. I don't know that man. Is his name David Krumholtz? Is that David Krumholtz? I've seen him in so much shit. He was Sam Levine's brother on Freaks and Geeks. He was the manager on Walk Hard. He's been on, I think he was on Numbers, or is that the other Jewish guy? Because it's him and another Jewish guy that look a lot alike. But anyway, the dude that was filming with no film in the camera. That was probably a part I missed because he probably was earlier in the scene. But now, because of these laws that they passed that don't touch from 40 Deuce to the 45 or whatever, he's now about to go back into actually making movies. And she says, when do we start? Because at this point, she's really tired of hooking. Now, my question is this. You might have got away with the hooking and dating somebody. How do you now go into being in porn? Like that he's not going to eventually find out. But anyway. Finally, we also have Sandra. Yes, I figured out the reporter's name. I was calling her Chandra. I think I was getting it mixed up with TGIF phenom writer Shonda Rhimes. I thought her name was Shonda. It's Sandra. Sandra and the black cop. You know, she's going on stakeouts with him and shit now. She wants to interview a pimp. And they go to Leon's, which is the diner they all go to in the morning. And he helps her. And now he wants to interview. She's going to end up interviewing Reggie Love, who is Black Thought. Legendary Roots crew. I know I'm giving I'm giving all the hip hop shout outs, but y'all don't know how I feel about the Roots and y'all know how I feel about Wu-Tang. And I was like, we got an episode that was heavy with these motherfuckers and I had slept through half of it. I'm going to watch it at 2 o'clock in the morning if I'm done editing this shit, but I'm sorry, I'm not waiting to do that to review, so I can only talk about what I know. Abby. Y'all let me know. Because the part of the show that I did see Abby in, I noticed she don't want to wear the uniform no more. I noticed that I know she was going, I think I was in that was in the first part before I fell asleep, that she was going on a date with some dude after she fucked Vince, and Vince felt the way about that. Of course, she finds out that Bernice is the girl that Darlene brings back with her, who she proceeds to not be under Larry Brown and gets sold to METHOD man. But don't nobody want to fuck with Bernice. I think I'm going to call you Ginger. Which I was so shocked because she just was like, oh, you a model, huh? Darlene, you a model? Okay, well, this is what I know. I know I ain't going back to South Carolina, so she just decides she's going to be all the way in and go straight into hooking, which, okay. But like I said, I missed some parts. So there's probably some things that usually I would have caught more context to that missing a half an hour, and I started watching it on time, fell asleep on it, and when I woke back up, it was on the second airing, which came on at 12. So, like, not only did I miss half of it, I slept for a couple and a half hours. So I'm probably missing some context. That's why I love y'all, because I know y'all will fill me in on what's going on, probably before I even get a chance to watch it at 2 o'clock, because y'all motherfuckers is quick. But, Abby. So she's like, oh, Darlene came back. And she's like all mad about it. What did I say last episode? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. I said that last episode. So that's what happens. And again, I might have missed some context. We might have found out why when she was in South Carolina and why she was so desperate to get out. I might have missed that. So, but anyway, the parts that I saw make me very upset that I missed half of it. I mean, there have been shows that I've reviewed on here that I've slept through half of it and reviewed it, and y'all would have never knew because there's not a lot of context. And I'm like, I got the beginning, I got the end, I could piece it together and give y'all a decent review, and y'all will never know I only watched half of it. But with the Deuce, you really kind of can't do that. There's so much going on, there's so many characters, and there's so much nuance and context and little small things to catch that this is the best I can do, but I am going to watch it. Like I said, because the episode, from what I saw, like, I'd love to see what's in the middle, because the episode, the half that I saw was fantastic. Oh, and then can we talk about gay bartender just gonna take dude home with his boyfriend who pays the rent, the prosecutor dude, and I guess they gonna have a threesome. And I'm like, what part of the game is that? Like, ain't that your boyfriend? You just gonna bring somebody home, and that wasn't your intention to bring him home for that. You was just trying to fuck because you was on them lewds. And Quaaludes, if y'all didn't know. You was on them lewds. And I wonder, I feel like the prostitution thing is coming full circle. So I feel like that dude, prosecutor dude and bartender dude, is going to eventually have to break up. He going to need to make his rent. He is going to end up tricking. Abby and Vince, because now he about to run a brothel, some kind. I feel like Abby eventually is going to start turning tricks, and if not, get her the fuck off the show. I'm tired. I give her the blues every goddamn episode, but I'm so tired of Abby. She's so goddamn boring. I don't want nothing to do with her no more. She can get the fuck on. Oh, she's supposed to be the moral compass? I don't need that. All shows don't need that moral compass, and these is the guys that wrote The Wire. We're used to it being a bunch of deplorable-ass characters. So, anyway, short, sweet, to the point. The part that I did see, y'all please comment below. Let me know what y'all thought of this episode, and also fill in my blanks for me. In case I don't get a chance to catch up. I mean, I got HBO Go. I should be able to, but like I said, I go back to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, there's that. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for watching. I do want to once again remind you the reason for the season, which is breast cancer awareness. Zack Morris time out. And I promised myself I was only going to do one. Because it's like hell editing in this shit. But, again, I watched football today. I was watching football, and I've been watching football. Anybody else notice that they're not doing the crucial catch and don't nobody got on Pynk? Did y'all... Why are we not doing that this year? Is my question. If anybody know, comment below and let me know that too. But time back in. Anyway, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching. The reason for the season is breast cancer awareness. So again, please help me to raise money for breast cancer and breast cancer awareness and breast cancer and Susan G. Komen for the cure of Northeast Ohio by donating to my Patreon. Even if you only do it for this month and you let it go, once the November payment goes through, all proceeds for this month will be donated to Susan G. Komen for the cure of Northeast Ohio. Also, if you are not a pink lady or a T-bird, please become one by subscribing to my channel. You can do that by clicking whatever it is underneath the screen on YouTube, or wait until the end of the video and clicking on Sailor Jimmy, which is the pink circle. Hit the notification bell so that you can find out when the rest of these videos this month or any other videos, and watch another video. I appreciate all of your time. Thank you to my patrons. Once again, Robin, your name is going to be in the credits on this video, girl. I got you. And I love y'all so much. Deuces.
Kamehameha, attackers blazing, I'm so amazing. Japanimation, the anime on your cartoon station. So fulfilling, no adults swimming for about an hour. Revealing power, unorthodox amongst these cowards. Full transformation for Optimus Prime transformation. A good vibration from Rumble packed in with inspiration. In my beginning, God created a lyricist. Saga continues.